Hello and welcome to Diva of Days of Our Lives. This is Carrie. It cracks me up because I can't say Diva of Days of Our Lives without screwing it up every single week. And this is what, our 703rd show, something like that. But yeah, Jen will be joining us. She's having some technical problems. Marianne's taking the night off. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I just posted a video of my cat Sutton chasing her tail. So of course you want to see that at Diva. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. She's so cute. And Instagram, Diva_of_DOOL, Facebook, Diva of Days of Our Lives, and YouTube, Diva of DOOL 541. And I'm not sure if any of them are working live or not. I don't know. Oh, let's close other applications. Okay, I'm fine. Alrighty, so we have Anna here tonight.
Hello. You can find me at Kazi Hooch on X and Instagram.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about, please everybody like, subscribe, follow, share, all that stuff. Whatever you could do to help, we'd appreciate it. And are you ready for our Kate update this week?
Yeah. It was short. It was ironic in a way because she was at the Casa Kyriakis, and right before she walks into the scene, Philip has just intentionally set a trap in a loving way to have Sarah and Xander locked away in the cellar, the wine cellar, I don't know, somewhere dark and cool, wherever they were keeping their best stuff. So naturally we can talk about what happened down there later, but basically he had invited his mom, Kate, to come and join them for this celebration, and because of the whole Titan loan being paid for a year or whatever in advance by Gabby. So anyway, so Kate walks in, and then she figures out, or they discuss what's going on. She's like, well, thank you for inviting me. Where's everybody else? Where's the wine? Where's the party? And he told her what he did, because he said, look, those two, they are meant to be together. Everything the fans sometimes say, like they just have that spark, they have that chemistry. They're meant to get. They just need some time to realize that and all that. And of course, then Kate puts on her most, shall we say, not only the mom on steroids, but also the, okay, I'm going to say it, ironically hypocritical criticism of Philip, that he's meddling. I thought it was great that they had her use the word meddling in other people's love lives, because Kate sort of made a career of that for a really long time with her children. So anyway, so that was just kind of a funny twist on that for me as a longtime Kate fan. I thought that was kind of funny. But so she basically argued with Philip. And of course, that meant that it was longer that they were locked away. And they couldn't call. Philip knew what was going on, but they had no bars. They had no Wi-Fi. Because that was my first thought. Like, why are you trying to break down the door? Just call Philip. But, they couldn't get any word outside. And so they thought they were stuck for a while, but they figured Philip would show up pretty quickly, realizing where they were. And instead, because he and his mom had an argument, they were down there a little longer than planned. But anyway, so yeah, I think that was pretty much the only scenes that I think, unless I fell asleep during something, were the Philip and Kate scenes. Those were the only ones. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a surprise, and it was a carryover from the week. That was Monday's episode. It was a carryover from last week because they were all in the same wardrobe and all that. So yeah, so it was like a carryover of that. But yeah, so it was a pleasant surprise. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Kate episode. But she didn't get to do much, but it's always a treat.
Yeah, when she said for him not to meddle in other people's relationships, I'm like, how did he not explode?
And the audience roared.
I'm like, what the hell?
You know that had to be intentional, because that was what she was accused of for so long as a character. It's like meddling in her children's lives.
Yeah, I mean, Austin and Billy and Lucas and Philip, like, yeah. The only one she didn't meddle with.
Lucas? Oh, yeah, you said Lucas, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what? Cassie and Rex is probably the only one she didn't really mess with.
Well, Mimi, she didn't like Mimi, did she? I don't know if she Anyway, so yeah. That was pretty ironic.
I really liked her blouse too. That was really pretty.
I know. I meant to say that from the week before because it was the same episode carried over the same day. I mean, the same day carried over into the next week. Hey, Jen. And so we're talking about the Kate appearance on Monday. And so anyway, so yeah, so that was just a fun that she was on. And yes, I loved that blouse.
Yes, that was really pretty, that blouse.
Yeah. Did you have anything to say about Philip blocking Xander and Sarah in the wine cellar?
That was straight out of Kate's book.
No, it was like we were talking before you came on. We were talking about how intentionally ironic the writers were in that the whole scene because they were talking. He was like, she was get mad at him for meddling in other people's love lives, and we're like, wait a minute, Kate, he takes after you. So yeah, it was funny. Yeah,
it was like.
So I took it. I was almost thinking it was even though she was dead serious about it. I was actually laughing and behind, because it was like, this is so the writers like shout out to like that dynamic. Like you don't even realize you passed something on to your children.
Oh, yeah.
Like.
Yeah. So Sarah and Xander were down in the wine cellar and they realized they were locked in and they started drinking. And then Sarah practically jumped in his lap as she saw a mouse. So they came close to kissing, but, Philip opened the door.
I would have done the same thing, and I wouldn't have needed the mouse.
Yeah, I would just sat in his lap too. My goodness.
What did you think about how? Oh, one more thing with the back and forth with Kate and Philip. How he was like, I mentioned that like he was talking about how they had a spark and chemistry and they needed to be together, but then he went there with Brady. My gosh.
Yeah.
He was kind of like, he was doing the voice of the audience thing, everyone's like, why are you with him when you have chemistry with, this other guy? And he was just saying, he goes, Brady, I feel bad for him. But I mean, like, he was almost kind of like, this is obvious. He fell for it, not he fell for it because it was not that Sarah's done it on purpose per se, but he was just very brutally honest about Brady. I mean, and again, we all love Brady. I don't know. It's just, it was just one of those things where you're like, when you know how much Xander and Sarah have loved each other, as complicated as their relationship has been, and as annoying as she has been in the past at times, still, he just has those puppy dog eyes for her and just cannot like see anybody else, even if he's screwing two women, in the same day that aren't her at times, back at the Salem Inn. He's still, still madly in love with her. And you can tell she has the same feelings. And so, yeah. So I just thought it was interesting that that Philip went there. And isn't that his uncle? Isn't Brady his uncle or his cousin?
Philip is the uncle.
Yeah.
Philip is the uncle. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Brady is dating his aunt, basically.
Yeah. I know, it's weird.
I think Brady just wants a sane woman for a change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, with some
After
parts,
Teresa and Kristen.
defining Sarah as the most, I was going to say, defining Sarah as the most sane person he's ever dated is setting a low bar. But I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, the thing is, too, they're not really writing Brady Sarah that much as a couple because they're a new couple. They should be seriously having sex all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they had one scene and it was pretty short and he kind of started doing, well, let's just binge watch TV stuff on her. And it's like, you guys should be all over each other.
Right.
At this point in the relationship, not, acting like an old lady couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marlena, though, so Xander tells Marlena what happened. Sarah almost kissed, and she put the brakes on him and said, "You need to work on your anger first." And that was actually really good advice because that's the problem with Sarah and Xander is he doesn't really change, and then she gets mad at him when it turns out he didn't really change. But the love is there, but he needs to change his behavior. Yes. Or they're just going to keep making up and breaking up all the time. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that was something though. Because I don't remember Marlena actually telling anybody not to do something.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's super awkward since that's her stepson. And the man who lived at her penthouse for God knows how many years before he got his own place. So they're not like just distant stepmother, stepson relationship, you know?
Yeah, and Xander did mention that he thought she was being biased, so that Miss Brady's with Sarah. Yeah, so that did definitely come up. Well, we stick with the Kiriakis. They ended up drinking at the Horton Town Square, celebrating. They made the loan payment, and they were basically okay for another month. And then they find out EJ called in the loan.
They were going to be okay for a year.
Oh, year. I'm sorry. Wow. Gabby must have had a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of
You're not kidding me.
that she basically flushed down the toilet. And she's like, oh, I got other money. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
And
I'd be like, why are you worried about your dumb handbags, girl?
Yeah, and you're
go to Ibiza and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and you're living with your brother. So
yeah, who's boring on top of everything.
He cooks once in a while, but as we all notice, they like to share germs in the Ramirez family. Ramirez family, yes. I don't know. Yeah, so EJ called in the loan, and of course, they're all devastated. And there was a huge continuity error because EJ found out how they got the money because Rita investigated, but in the scenes this week, they made it seem like somebody tattled.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I forgot about that. You know, he found out on his own. No one really said anything to him. But I think Gabby did kind of say something to him, or she did kind of confirm it.
Yeah.
Well, I think she was like nasty to him when he confronted her or something, and that didn't help. There's a lot of that going around in Salem, but we won't, but I think didn't he pick up on the vibes though when they were celebrating? He saw them publicly celebrating, and Gabby was there, so wasn't she there at one point?
Yeah, she was there
Celebrating
when he saw them.
So it doesn't take like a mental, giant to be like, oh, because he knows Gabby and Philip are technically broken up. So the fact that she was there, and they were all cheering and whatever, cheers, I think it was pretty obvious that, it didn't take much research. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yep. So they're, and they did tell Alex, who walked in too. And
that poor guy's just going, great. Now I thought I could afford my daughter's health insurance, and now I can't again. The poor guy. He's like, now I'm going to have to rely on Stephanie, who can't even see the child, much less anything else.
It's like, why isn't Alex running that company?
That's what I'm saying. I think, and I don't even like Alex, and I think he should be running the company.
Oh my God. It's like, you don't poke your enemy. Don't piss him off, because then he's going to come at you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. He's the only mature one out of the three.
Yeah.
Especially since he's become a dad. He's just like,
he definitely took after Justin instead of Angelica.
Yeah. So, yeah. And who could we have foreseen this 2 years ago saying, gee, Alex should be in charge of anything? He should be in charge of a popcorn stand back then. But now he should be the one running a
Yeah, he was just skirt chasing 2 years ago.
Yeah. So anyway.
So with EJ, they open up the shipping container, and Rita was there, and inside was Lexie.
Yeah.
So Lexie managed to get Kristen out, and so Kristen's out in the open somewhere.
It was funny because everybody's bracing. He's like, she's not going to come out happy, kind of thing. Like, they were like bracing for her to charge them or something. And it's like, they open the door and nothing happens. Yeah, they open it. Yeah, that's right. Rita pulls out her
or taser or whatever it is. Oh my God.
Yeah, taser. Oh, that was hilarious.
Yep. Yeah, so this Lexie storyline, well, there was a lot of interviews this week with the actress, so it sounds like, Lexie's going to die here pretty soon. So, and in this last phase of her story arc, I actually do think the actress is doing a great job. Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think we were ever meant to just love Lexie. I think this was just, a story arc or whatever that we needed to endure or whatever. But I think towards the end here, the way they've written it and the way she's been able to act it, I've felt a lot more empathy for the character.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
I
that
don't,
part's been really good.
yeah, I don't like how she's handling everything, but
No,
feel sympathy for, yeah. And the actress did a good job. It's not
and
her
it
fault.
shows that EJ does have a heart in a way. I mean, and I'm sure he feels guilty. He feels some level of bad about how this is all ending. Not only that he's not going to have any money he's not going to be able to sell a drug where the patient A passes away after a month and a half or whatever. But anyway, I mean, I mean, you can get existential, you can get like philosophical on the whole thing. Like, wow, they had another 2 months. They had. How many of us would give anything to have like that experience with our loved ones that have passed or whatever, that to have them back for a while, but how hard it is to say goodbye again, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's all kinds of dynamics there. And it did seem kind of selfish to me that Lexie wanted to just take off like that.
Yeah.
But then she was also trying to be selfless in that she thought, well, if I can use this as a purpose to free my sister, protect her, then there's another purpose to it, kind of thing. But I just thought that was so like kind of messed up in a way. But she's not thinking clearly either, obviously. But I love the tenderness that EJ exhibited towards her. Because we don't see that enough.
No.
And so,
I'm upset that we haven't had any Lexie and Tony scenes. Because
yeah,
they spent a significant amount of time together. And he was always quite fun to Lexie.
Pisses me off too. I hadn't even thought about it that way.
Yeah, because it sounds, Tony's probably not going to be back until she's gone, I'm assuming. Yeah, yeah, that's not really fair. And I don't remember, Lexie and Kristen, I don't remember them ever being close.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
No, she was always more fun to Tony.
Yeah. Weren't Tony and Abe friends at one time too?
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
We do need the bad Demiras, but we need the sane Demiras too. Chad needs another sane Demira.
Right. Yes, so.
Okay, speaking of Demiras,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to segue into EJ and Johnny's conversation yet, or you want to do that later?
Go right ahead.
Well, Johnny comes over to EJ. I can't jump in because I can't remember the context for some of it, but Johnny basically comes over to EJ's and he's upset. What was he trying to remember now?
Yeah,
what's that?
You want to know where Kristen was?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. So he's mad because he thinks that his dad has disappeared Kristen, which he has in a way. He tried to anyway. And EJ said, "Look, son, here's the deal. You need to be hyper vigilant because I don't know where she is. She's out. She's on the loose, And Johnny, of course, his natural reaction is he's all mad at his dad for what are you doing? That's your sister. What? And so finally, EJ tells Johnny, thank goodness, tells Johnny, he basically says, Sophia never would have tried to kill you like that had it not been for Kristen. Or he didn't say it maybe that way, but because Sophia could still have tried to kill him for other ways. But but basically the reason all that happened was because of Kristen, your Aunt Kristen. And so go ahead.
He left out a big part of what he did to cause it.
Yes, of course. But I mean, the fact that Kristen tried to kill Johnny just to get back at, Yeah. So anyway, I mean, it's complicated with EJ. We all know that. But anyway, but it was good that he finally told him, for one thing, to try to protect him, to say, hey, you need to be watching out because I don't know what she'll try to do, if she'll try to go after you again. But yeah, so imagine innocent Johnny over there thinking my aunt just tried to kill me, a few months ago, kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
But EJ didn't say Rachel was the one who shot him, did he?
I don't think so.
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah. So he did mention that. So Johnny still thinks it was Kristen who shot his dad. Yep.
In a way, he was protecting Rachel still, even though, I mean, Johnny wouldn't have wanted to hurt her, but by knowing that, it wasn't like Johnny was gonna say anything to anybody. But he's trying to protect Rachel, but he's also trying to protect the reason why Rachel was mad at him, which was that he had hidden away or kidnapped Kristen's mom. So, somehow it always goes back to EJ's bad deeds.
Yeah.
And by the way, can you not, I just have to say this. Can you imagine his scripts every week when he gets them? It's like EJ walks into the Horton Town Center. EJ walks into the Horton Town Center. EJ walks into the lobby of the hospital. And everywhere he goes, he's like showing up everywhere.
Yep.
Around, he's all over town in everybody's business. But
Yeah, he's always surrounded by people who don't like him, no matter what scene he's
Right.
yeah,
in.
his report cards as a child doesn't play well with others.
Yep. Doesn't play well in the sandbox.
But he's really cute, so he very rarely gets sent to the principal's office.
I'm sure he'd talk his way out of it. Yeah.
But yeah.
And the other Demira, the less troublesome one, I don't understand what the whole buildup was. It was now Belle and Chad are too busy to go to Italy.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's this daddy-daughter dance. What?
Yeah.
In August?
Did he not sync the family calendars ahead of time before he planned this trip?
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. Isn't that bizarre? That's almost like a rewrite or something.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Or is there a bigger reason for this? Because I think it'll be adorable if they actually show the daddy-daughter dance, because with Charlotte and him and Xander and Victoria. And where are they having this thing? It's at the country club?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
this? At what country club?
Mhm.
Some random, is this going to be a new set? Are we going to see any of this? Or was this just a plot point to I don't know. I'm just really curious that all of a sudden this has come up.
Yeah.
And it's after they planned a whole summer or half of the summer to be with the grandparents in Boston. So, yeah. And also, like, it was so funny the way Belle reacted to that, because she wanted to say, "Hey, you dumbass, I cleared my entire docket and my schedule so that we could do this."
Yep.
But of course she wasn't going to do that because it was Charlotte. But it was still like, he's like, "Well, can we just reschedule?" And all. She's like, "Well, my docket's going to be really full." Well, she had just said things had been slow.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe she's anticipating a few attempted murders coming up soon
Yep.
in the family. She's
Yeah,
realizing she
hostage
feels
situations.
she
Yeah.
feels deep in her bosom that there's something that's going to blow up soon.
Well, Sammy's
she's
coming
gonna-
back, so
Well, there you go. So she just knows some of her family members are going to be. She's going to be prosecuting some of her family members again sometime soon.
Yeah.
And how Victoria's barely out of a stroller and she's gonna go to a daddy-daughter dance.
Well, they got a newer one that's maybe 4, probably, but still.
That's
Xander's
Yeah.
quite a bit taller. I remember daddy-daughter dances when I was like 5th or 6th grade. I
Yeah.
didn't know that they were like when they were real little like that. But I'm sure it's adorable. But anyway,
yeah.
little mismatched on the height, though. I don't know,
A bit.
just a bit. So yeah, I just thought you're right, though. That was a whole shift in. There's been this lead up to them going to Italy, and then all of a sudden, was there a rewrite? Was this intentional for other reasons that we don't know about right now in terms of story or what? So, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was bizarre, and I felt bad for Belle for not being able to go to Italy. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah.
And other people who are out of town. So we have Leo and Gwen being held hostage by Dimitri.
In the
By Dim.
Kyriakis mansion.
Dim is back
Dim is back. Yes.
in the Kyriakis mansion. What?
That's what it
It's
looks like.
It's
It did
Yeah.
kind of look like that.
Yeah, I noticed after Jen mentioned it last week. I'm like, oh yeah, it really is the Kyriakis mansion.
The original one, the older.
And that's the same as the one they had. They just kind of swapped out some furniture and kind of lit it a little darker.
Okay, that's creative.
Yeah. Yeah, so there were some shenanigans there. Basically, there was a lot of arguing going on, and then Leo decides he's going to pretend he has appendicitis, and until Dimitri,
Not very good.
yeah, Dimitri said he'll perform the surgery himself with no anesthesia. They'll just hold him down.
Yeah. Give him a
Called his-
belt to bite on.
Yeah, give him a belt to bite on. Yeah. So, and then while that's going on, and I totally did not believe this at all, Javi and Gus. So Javi decides he wants to go to Alamania, and Gus ends
With
up
Grace.
being supportive.
Yeah.
They're like, no, this is a new relationship, and he's going
Mhm.
to
Chase after
rescue.
his ex? I don't think so.
His ex, yeah, like the guy who.
Gus has not really been supportive of anything having to do with Leo since he's been in town.
Yeah.
So, for the most part, so.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, this is someone Javi basically married and they just didn't file the license. So, yeah, that's pretty deep relationship. Yeah, and I still don't like Javi and Gus. And from what I'm seeing online, no one's into them at all. And
Now that's
out too. Gus doesn't even have a last name.
yeah. Well, and my thing is, it took me a little bit to like the original Javi, but is it Al Calderon? Is that his name? He really won me over. He was really a great asset to the show. And again, this new kid's new. I'm not trying to bash the actor. He's fine, whatever. But I'm just hating this whole dynamic. And I just literally fast forward material for me, and sadly, and I don't like to say that, but I'm just I texted somebody today. I was like, can they just move back to Corpus Christi now? I mean, because honestly, I just almost feel like those scenes are just, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I didn't know what the online scoop was, but sounds like we're not alone.
No. And I just think the new actor, well, like I actually did like Al Calderon, pretty much the first episode. He had a spunk to him. I like this Javi is just, he's too young. And Gus has no charisma at all whatsoever. And I'm totally okay. Why couldn't they write Gus as being seriously jealous and petty?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Honestly, the man who plays him is cute. I think he's a cute guy.
Yeah.
But it's just the writing isn't great for them, and there's no chemistry.
There's no chemistry.
There's just all the problems. So
yeah. So and that leads to Javi ended up at the pub, and Joy's there, and she went to pick up Kelsey and basically got like some numbness in her arm, and he called 911 for her to go to the hospital. So she shows up at the hospital and they have the baby there. And this is the part I don't understand. Stephanie sees them being admitted and doesn't call Alex. And no one called her out on that. Somehow she got away with that. I thought that was weird. Yeah, he found out because Kayla called
Philip.
Yeah, to call Alex.
No, Alex was in the square with Philip.
Well, that's right. But yeah, she knew that Philip was going to relay the message, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, I mean, Stephanie could have shown some goodwill.
Yeah.
By calling Alex, because his daughter's in the hospital now, too.
Right.
I don't know how Stephanie got away with that one. Yeah, so I felt so bad for the actress who played Joy. They had her strapped down.
Oh my gosh.
On the hospital bed.
I saw that. I was like, oh my.
That board they put you on, that thing hurt. I've been on one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had a car accident one time and they put me on that thing. Oh my God, that thing hurt.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez.
That's awful.
That's awful.
Yeah, so I felt bad for the actress. I kept thinking, how long was she tied up like that?
Yeah. I'd be like, speed it up, folks. Speed it up. Make sure all your lines are memorized, because
that's like that.
Yeah. Did anybody pick on her?
Try to tickle her? Oh, I'm sure that would have not gone over well.
Seriously, at least tickle her feet a little bit. So.
There you go.
Oh my God, that'd be torture for me. I don't like being tickled at all.
I know, or being strapped down like that. I'd be like, claustrophobia nightmare.
Yeah, that's rough. Yes, so what did they diagnose her with?
Spinal stenosis. I wonder, is it related to the accident, to the car accident? Could that have been what kind of triggered it? Because
it's the narrowing of the spine. I don't think.
But when and it was kind of a danger to Kelsey, because when she lifted her up, she went to lift her what is it? The thing that she was in, to take her upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And almost dropped her right back down. But I mean, she didn't fall, but she went to go lift it and her arm gave out, her shoulder gave out or whatever. So yeah. So no fun. Spinal stuff, no fun. Can testify.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So yeah, I was concerned it was gonna be something a little more. Maybe they were going to find a brain tumor or something.
Well, yeah.
Something else.
But that could be, it's no fun. I'll tell you that.
Final stenosis is no fun. That's what ended David Wright's career.
David who?
David Wright. He played third base for the Mets.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Don Manley, too, I think. That's what ended his career.
Wow.
I think that's what happened with Manley. I know it happened with David Wright.
I didn't know that. That stinks.
Yep.
Yeah, so Alex did come over, and he said he's basically moving into the pub to help out Joy, and Stephanie was like, oh, hell no.
His family owns a mansion.
Seriously, let the girl in the mansion, and they could help her, and yeah.
Well, and then he has built-in grandparents. She has built-in grandparents there. Like she has Justin and Bonnie, which, step grandma, whatever, and other family members there that, and then plus Philip's kind of like her big brother in a way, like because of his relationship with Chloe, he kind of looks at her as his little sister in a way. They kind of have that non-romantic familial, relationship. So like, yeah, the mansion would have been, Casa Kyriakis. Of course, they might all be living in a tent at this point. Who knows? But maybe Alex was thinking, well, all of her stuff is there and everything, but it just makes no sense that he would be holed up in a place where nobody else could help him, or while he goes to work to, come over or whatever. I mean, I guess they could come over and take care of her, but like, it just makes so much more sense to go to the Casa Kyriakis. You're right. That's just dumb.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see what happens with that. And I had another thing too with Stephanie. She was doing PR with Theo about Demira, and I just thought that was odd. Why would Theo want her doing PR for Demira when she's married to Alex and she did PR for Titan?
Of interest.
Yeah.
Well, and she works for EJ, though, or did for the hospital, but that's a completely different account.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I just thought that was odd. And the thing is, too, it doesn't matter what Stephanie goes to talk to anybody about. It always ends up being about Alex.
Here she is, this stone cold professional, right?
Yeah.
Has her own PR company doing gangbusters over the years. And I can't even envision, unless it was like a child injured at school where you need to leave, or for something like this, this dynamic with her being worried about Alex needing to actually tell him the truth about how her interaction with Joy went the day before, when she could have told him that well before that point. It was like, here she is with a client, Theo, and even though they know each other and all that stuff, it's like, as a professional, I was just like, seriously, you're gonna like, he's like, yeah, why don't you just go take care of that? He's probably thinking, we're not going to get anything done here because she's way too distracted. But that's so unprofessional. Like, I don't know. I mean, I could understand if it was like an emergency, like your kid fell off the handlebars at school or something like that, I get that. But like, this wasn't that. This was more like, oh no, I need to manage my marriage. Like, marital crisis number 49,000.
Yeah, and remember, this is Theo, the guy she dragged into her marriage crisis.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you think they're setting up Stephanie having an affair with Theo?
Too, which I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, I wondered about that, actually.
Yeah, I don't see any chemistry, but yeah, she had Theo asleep on their couch in his underwear. And she basically did that despite Alex. And now she's at Demira and talking about Alex again with him. So it just seems like that's an odd person for her to confide into. And she talks to pretty much everybody. I mean, she talks to Chanel about it. She talks to her mom about it. It's not like she doesn't have girlfriends to talk to about it. She has to talk to Theo about it. I don't know. Yeah. Back to the Kyriakis family. So Holly is back home and was talking with Sarah, and Sarah told her that what her theory was as far as EJ was the one who put the pills in her overnight bag. So actually,
I had to skip through some of that because I was trying to get to Friday's episode. But what was Holly's response to that?
She was shocked. Yeah, I actually kind of felt bad for her on that one.
Yeah. That's a betrayal. Even though he's helping her with Mrs. Choi's lawsuit.
That's the thing. He's been nothing but kind to her. And Sarah's like, well, that's why I flipped out when he was in your hospital room. So, and that's why we need Nicole on the show.
Yeah, Nicole didn't even show up. I mean, they didn't even say, oh, she's in town and just show anything off camera for any of the stuff Holly's been through.
No, she was there.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said
Okay.
she was off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Holly said, I told her to go home. I'm fine.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah, she was there. Yeah, and I lost my train of thought with, shoot, I don't remember what I was going to say.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's cool. Oh, then Holly can't catch a break. Someone let Amy Choi into
Do you think that was a dream or something?
No, I didn't get that impression. Seemed pretty legit to me.
Yeah.
They let Amy Choi into
the mansion.
Oh my gosh.
What's the point of having butlers if they just let everybody in?
Right.
You know, I love the actress who plays Mrs. Choi, but give her something else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically she threatened Holly and she's just not going to let her forget Sophia, like ever.
When do you think Sophia's going to pop back up? Do you think she is?
I don't think she's going to pop back up at all.
Okay. I thought maybe she was going to reappear at some point.
I think the actress is done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have too much more.
And then
Oh,
Susan.
yes. So Susan shows up to see Rachel and said she was, she'll give a message to Kristen. She said she ran to Kristen at the airport, but she didn't know where she was going. And then Brady came in and he recognized right off the bat it was Kristen. So basically she's like, yeah, I gotta go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is that going to be, is this officially when Stacy's off the show for a while, or for, at least, I don't know if she always comes back, but like, because I know she's at Y&R now and all that, but because I know at one point we read somewhere that she was going to be leaving, like officially, or that she had already left the show.
Yeah, I don't know if that was it. I didn't see anybody say anywhere that was her last episode.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think she's gone yet. But yeah, that was great acting though. It was really good.
I haven't seen that part yet. But I just knew that she was gonna be showing up there. But I'm dying to go back and look at that.
Yeah, like she was very emotional, and Erica Martzoff was very emotional. It seemed like it was like a real goodbye, but she kind of like hurry up and like went out the door and left, like she was trying not to get really upset. Yeah, so let's get Jen on here. Hey, Jen, what's going on with you?
I don't know. My phone froze, and now I'm back on the computer.
Okay, yeah. What did you think of the Susan, Kristen, Rachel, Brady stuff?
Man, I felt so bad for Rachel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That poor kid.
She's finally doing better, and then her mom leaves.
Yeah, it's like, seriously?
Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, did you hear anything of Stacey Haydock that was her last episode? Or I didn't hear that was her last episode.
I wouldn't think so, because we only found out like a month or two ago that she was leaving, right?
I don't know how long ago.
It had been a while ago.
I thought it was a while ago too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's really ironic is that her scenes have already been, they've been airing for a few months now, at least on Y&R, because those episodes aren't as far behind as Days is.
Yeah, they were like only a month behind or something.
Yeah.
They're a month behind, and Days is shooting next June already.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this show for real. Yeah, and there was a few scenes with Paulina and Lonnie, and Lonnie's suspicious, basically, of why Lexie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went after overseas.
And now
Do you think they're good?
It's just a Kristen leaving too.
Well, and Kat's going to find her down there, or find her wherever she's at. I'm assuming they have her. Yeah, they do have her back down in the secret space that everybody knows about.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
We'll put you somewhere that no one will ever find you.
Yeah.
First thing they do is look for you.
First place to look.
Yep.
It hasn't been secret for 30 years, 40 years maybe.
I remember that when that was Donovan Manor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When Charles Shaughnessy lost his mother this week, she was 99 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Wow, 99. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah. I didn't know this. But she was in acting also, so.
yeah.
Yeah, Servants of the Family. Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, wow. And doesn't he have a brother? Does he have a brother that's an actor
Yeah,
as well?
yeah,
Doug?
he's in the business somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is his name David?
I thought I saw a Doug Shaughnessy on something like a director or something.
I know
I don't know.
David Shaughnessy. I think is a writer somewhere.
Okay. Well, condolences to
Yeah.
the Shaughnessy family. What a legacy, huh?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Do we have a Diva of the Week? I'm having a hard one with that one.
EJ?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, everybody kind of behaved this week. Maybe Stephanie.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say Stephanie.
Yeah.
Kind of a placeholder. If we don't have anybody else, we can count on Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have to say her dress was really pretty this week too.
Yeah, that was really pretty.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think the fashion has really picked up on the show. Like, Kat always looks great now too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gwen had a beautiful blouse. I really liked the blouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo's outfit was a little bit too casual for me.
Yeah.
That pocket distracted me.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I'm like squirrel pocket.
I love him and Gwen together though.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, and
So they're going to have to do a better job of faking out Dim, though.
Yeah.
Well, also, what do you guys think about the angle that Dim was in the ISA at some point and worked with Kat, not maybe physically in the same place, but doesn't she recognize his voice, or he recognized her voice or something? He recognized her voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her voice.
So Kat, I wonder what Kat's thinking about this when they're saying that that he may have kidnapped or something, like there's something involving Dimitri. That Rafe was going there.
Yeah, Rafe told her. Yeah, Dimitri.
Oh, and speaking of Rafe, I will say this: it's about damn time.
Hell yeah.
About friggin' damn time. He's older. He has owed her this apology and recognition, and I can't believe I'm defending Kat, but I guess she kind of won me over, but over time. And they've also written her differently, and she's acting. She's playing the character differently in the last year or so. But that Rafe actually said, "I owe you an apology." I was like, "What?"
Yep, I never thought I'd hear that.
He could have said a lot more, but he did say what a great job she's done. I was like, yeah, she's the only one that's had any leads or any, but he really came clean with everything. I just wish he had done it months ago, but like finally,
yeah,
he gives her credit and doesn't diminish her work. That instead of reprimanding her again, he actually complimented her and apologized for being such a jerk. So anyway.
Yeah. And now, totally correct on that. That was a long time coming. Oh, and there was some personal stuff that happened this week. Emily O'Brien got married last week.
Yes. So she's got some Instagram videos and pictures and stuff. So.
Yeah. And on the flip side of that, Ann Lynn McCord is trying to raise money for her wedding. She's doing a GoFundMe. And it was on page 6, and they were saying her and her fiance are worth $8 million combined.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
And they're trying to crowdfund her wedding.
Oh, that was weird.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's tacky. You don't need a fabulous wedding. I mean,
I was going to say they could just elope if they didn't have money.
But if you have $8 million, you have some money,
It didn't even matter, but it's so tacky that she would do that with fans who, most of the fans probably don't have the kind of money to send to an actress who is crowdfunding a lavish wedding. You know what I mean? I mean, they're probably thinking, I got to pay for my own daughter's wedding or whatever. I don't have time for this. So yeah, it just was so tone deaf, I think, for the soap community in particular. I just think that was just really a bad call. Somebody should have talked her down off the ledge on that one.
Now, who is that one?
Kat.
You got her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. That was strange. I've never really heard anybody doing that. So, I mean, I've heard people saying in lieu of gifts, you can maybe donate to honeymoon.
Yeah.
I've seen people
Yeah,
do
but
that.
GoFundMe's usually when there's a tragedy and people are trying to help somebody rebuild or help with medical or,
Yeah.
crowdfund, I don't know. Maybe if it were just done on like Instagram or something, here, send for, but I'm just thinking, was it for attention? Was it for, I just can't. Cause honestly, if you're going to get, they could go to a judge. They could go,
Yep.
it's
Go
not,
to Vegas.
yeah, it was a bad call and a bad look. And it's a shame because I've started to like I said, I've started to like the character, but I would be embarrassed. Just shows you maybe not all the things are connecting the way they should, maybe, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know why somebody in her life didn't just say, not a great idea.
Yeah. Yes. So, spoilers for next week. Rafe shows up in Alamania, and it looks like Chanel is having labor pains. So, which I don't know how far along she is now. Maybe 8 months, something like that. They did say she was done for chemo. They only did 2 rounds with her, and that was it. And the rest were supposed to be after the baby's born. So, yep. Yeah.
Boy.
Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Not really.
Alrighty. Okay,
Okay.
everyone. Well, I hope you guys enjoy your evening, and thank
Yeah.
you.
Well,
Yes.
take care, everybody.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
Okay.
All right.
See
Good night,
you.
everybody.
Good night.
Night.